Hello everyone, I hope you are doing great. Today I want to talk about the dark night of the soul. So if you are on the spiritual path and if you're currently going through the dark night of the soul, then probably you know that you are going through some of the most intense experiences of your life. When I was going through my dark night of the soul, it felt like hell. It felt like I was going mad. It felt like uh, I'm never going to come out of this. My dark night of the soul lasted for a long, long time. Um, there were periods where it was very, very intense, and there were periods where it was not so intense. But what I noticed that when we are going through the dark night of the soul, we go through some of the most hardest and harshest experiences of our life. We are going through depression, we are going through ascension symptoms, we are going through spiritual loneliness, we are going through a lot of disassociation, disconnectedness, which can make you feel like you are losing your sanity, losing your mind. These are some of the things that I felt myself when I was going through my dark night of the soul. And what I want to do is, in this video, I want to give you a few guidelines, some suggestions that can help you maneuver through the dark night of the soul experience. Because I came out of my dark night of the soul, which I never thought, or my previous version never thought was possible, because in such darkness it does not feel that it can ever end. So if you are feeling like that, don't lose hope, don't feel disheartened, don't feel like the universe is punishing you, because I felt that way. But what happened later was something completely out of anything that I could have ever imagined. I came out of my dark night of the soul in 2020, and the whole suffering that was going on for the last 15 years or so, it ended. And what happened was I felt like I reincarnated in this very body as a new being. My old version went away and I became my wizard version. And if you have been following my channel for some time, if you hear me talk and speak about everything that I speak about in my channel, I talk about wizard consciousness. I talk about this fourth density stage of consciousness that we are entering, where life is going to become magical, where we are going to live magically just by connecting with our inner guidance system. All these things are a reality in my life. I listen to my inner guidance and my life is magical, and I help other people live magically. Now all of that happened because I came out of my dark night of the soul, and that is what I want to share with you also. What you can do if you are going through the dark night of the soul. Number one thing that I would suggest is isolate. What do I mean by isolate? If you are not isolating already, you know that there is this strong calling at the moment that you're experiencing, which lets you know, which tells you that you cannot continue doing the things that you were doing before. Be out there, meet with people, live the normal outdoor extroverted life anymore, if you were that kind, because there is this strong calling to isolate, to come within, to stay in your room, to face the dark night of the soul head on, to be with your disharmony. Basically, this is a big part of the dark night of the soul phase. So if you're feeling that calling, and if you have taken heed to it and you're isolating already, you are staying indoors, you are staying in your room, you are staying alone, you are staying disconnected, it might feel maddening at first, like, oh my god, I'm staying by myself, I'm not connecting with people, I'm not taking phone calls and whatever. Am I going mad? Am I going crazy? No, you're not going crazy. This is what is needed. I have a video in my channel which I made some time back, which I named the hermit phase. What happens in the hermit phase? The hermit phase asks you to isolate. If you've heard about spiritual masters and teachers, you would know that when they were going through the spiritual awakening phase, they went through the hermit phase. Hermit phase means they isolated. They isolated from the outside world. They maybe moved into a mountain or a forest or a cave or somewhere, because that is needed. You are going through a metamorphosis process. You are becoming a butterfly from a caterpillar. You need that cocoon. The cocoon is your isolation that you need. When I was going through my dark night of the soul, I isolated. That helped me so much, so much. At first I felt like this was never going to end, but it ended. Then I was able to come out as a new being, as a butterfly. What it's going to do when you are going to isolate is going to restore your harmony and peace, which you need, because you are going through such turbulent energies, emotions, and and everything in your body. Your very body is changing, shifting energetically. Lots of things are happening. When you go outside, because you are so sensitive in these times of transformation and ascension, that you pick up on other people's energies. When you have your own energies to balance, you cannot afford to pick up other people's energies and everything, because you feel everything 10 times more than what you are usually feeling. That is why isolation is required. You see, it's very much like you are, shedding skin. So when you are shedding skin, your skin is very sensitive. So you need a safe place. You need your cave. You need that isolation. Don't think that you're going mad. You're not. It's going to feel like that, but you're not going mad. You are just leaving the old operating system, the old paradigm that you were operating under, and you are arriving at your new version, because there is such big transformation and ascension happening. It feels maddening, because you are literally going through a paradigm shift. You're not going to remain the same person once you come out of the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul's very purpose is that you leave all that you need to leave behind, so that you can arrive at your higher version. So isolate. When you isolate, things are going to become easier. The next thing that I want to share with you is the most important thing in the spiritual growth journey is meditate. If you are not meditating already, meditate. Center yourself, ground yourself in whatever ways you can meditate. Allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to center, allow yourself to ground in whatever ways. If you do a simple centering practice, that I teach my students, I have programs, I have courses, I do one-on-one coaching sessions. I teach my student a simple centering practice. I have guided meditations, and I teach directly also, which is basically about relaxing. When you tell yourself, relax, 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 you automatically come back to your inner sanctuary. You start experiencing harmony, and you come back to your center. You can center using anything, with music, by being in the garden, by being in nature, by being, alone by yourself, resting in your bed. Anything that allows you to center, do more of that. You need to be in your center, because the energetic overwhelm that you are going to be experiencing, it will not feel nearly as overwhelming when you are in your center. And the universe asks you to be in your center during these phases. During the dark night of the soul phase, when you are in your center, you are going to be balanced. You are going to be able to take the energies and transmute it much more easily, and it will not feel like, suffering, because big waves will be coming at you. But if you're in balance, you'll be able to ride them. So meditate as much as you can. Meditate as frequently as you can. Do not overstretch yourself with meditation. Do it because you like it. Do it because you enjoy the feeling of balance and relaxation and grounding and center. Do it for as long as you feel you want to do it. Then leave it and come back at it again. Think it like water. Drink water whenever you need it, but drink water. It's good for you, right? The third thing that I want to talk about is rest and sleep. You will find yourself exhausted. You are going to find yourself energetically fatigued like crazy. You're going to feel like, oh my god, what is happening to me? Is my body just giving up? You'll be not able to find yourself the energy to go outside. You'll not be have to find the energy to do work. Simple stuff, simple chores will feel like heavy, because you will be so energetically fatigued. Do not worry, this is part of the ascension journey. I've gone through it. This energetic fatigue is coming because you are healing, you are transmuting density so much that your body is exhausted. The 3D paradigm tells us that, only if you do physical external work, that is only when you get fatigued, which is not true. There are loads of internal work that is going on, inner work that is going on, that fatigues us. And that is the 4D knowledge, 4D perspective, 4D paradigm. Because you'll be realizing that you are not doing much in the external world. You are resting and sleeping, and yet you will wake up feeling fatigued and tired, as if like you have fought a battle at night. And that is what you are actually doing. You are doing tons of inner work without your knowing. Your energies are doing that, right? Your high self is helping you do that. And when you are doing that, you get energetically fatigued, and now you think, oh my god, what is going on? You are doing inner work. You are supposed to feel fatigued. Okay, so allow yourself to rest and relax, and don't judge yourself. Don't compare yourself with normal people, thinking like, oh my god, normal people my age, they are active, they are doing these things, they are fit, they don't need to sleep, they are working like how many hours, I can't do any of that. Don't think like that. You are not like them. They are not going through spiritual awakening. They are not going through the spiritual ascension process. Their time has not come yet. You are in the midst of it. It's like it's your exam. Okay, so you need to do what you need to do, right? So allow yourself as much rest and sleep as you need to take, and do not compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with those who are in the same boat as you, other people who are in the spiritual awakening journey, and you will see that everybody is going through the same thing. It will make your life much easier. You see, when I was going through my dark night of the soul, I used to feel so fatigued that I would wake up maybe at 8 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. in the morning, and then I would go to sleep again at 10 a.m. and I would sleep through the whole afternoon. There was no energy left. Of course, I thought that I was going mad. Of course, I thought my body is going through some crazy stuff. But my inner guidance kept telling me that no, this is something that is part of the process. Trust it. Allow yourself to rest. I used to be the kind of guy who used to work a lot. I used to be a productivity coach, So when I was not able to work, I was sleeping. It was very hard for me to come to terms with that. And yet, when I allowed myself to trust my intuition, allowed myself to rest, the things that needed to happen happened so much smoother. You see, and that is what I'm going to recommend you to. Rest, relax. If you need 10 hours rest, if you need 12 hours rest, if you need 18 hours rest, go have that. You wouldn't feel like resting unless your body needed rest. Sleep and rest, because when you're sleeping and resting, a lot of integrations are happening while you're doing that, because you are in harmony, you're in balance, right? So sleep and rest as much as you need to do. Now, another thing that I would suggest that will help you immensely is to disconnect with 3D life. 3D life and 3D people, because 3D life means 3D jobs, 3D activities, 3D people who are not on the spiritual path. Disconnect with them. You will feel a very strong desire to purge people from your life who are not spiritually oriented. People who used to be friends, maybe best friends, maybe family members, but they are not spiritually oriented. When you are going through the dark night of the soul, you will feel like purging your network, purging your friends, purging the people who are 3D, getting out of job situations which are 3D. It will feel scary. It will feel like, oh my god, I'll not have people in my life, I'll not be safe, I'll have nobody to take care of me, I will feel alone. No, it is not going to happen. If you feel the need to purge 3D elements from your life, the reason it's happening because you are ascending. What is going to happen is when you leave those people, a humongous amount of weight will be removed from your life. those people and their perspective and their opinions and their judgments and their way of life affects your vibration. And because you are ascending, your inner guidance, your higher self is telling you remove those low vibrational aspects from your life, because when you do that, you are going to start accelerating in your healing journey so much more, because there is nobody to pull you down. The very presence of 3D people in our life can many times hamper our journey, because they are low vibrational. They're low vibrational and they keep our vibration low. You see? So when you remove those people from your life, suddenly your balloon is a lot lighter and you can float up. When I was going through my spiritual awakening journey, my dark night of the soul, there was one time when I removed almost my entire friend list, almost 95%. I used to have a lot of friends in my Facebook, connect, network, business people, friends from university, college, on a lot of stuff. I just had to remove them, unfriend them, because I felt a strong urge to do that. Because anytime I noticed anything in my feed about their 3D life, it felt like these are not my people. They are not my tribe. I don't want this life. I don't want to even see those things. And when I was disconnecting, I was feeling a lot of fear. But what happened afterwards was something amazing. Was when I came out of the dark night of the soul, I felt drawn to connect with spiritual people all over the world. And I started connecting with my soul tribe, my soul family. And I never felt alone, because your inner guidance, your higher self knows that where you do not belong and where you're supposed to be. So disconnect from the 3D life and 3D people and 3D occupations, jobs even. You will notice you will not resonate with 9-to-5 jobs. Don't be scared. A higher vibrational spiritual occupation is waiting for you, which happened for me when I came out of my dark night of the soul. I left my productivity coaching for good. Did not have a clue what I was going to do, but soon enough, my higher self, my inner guidance asked me to become a spiritual teacher, and I have been a spiritual teacher ever since. And this is the best thing that could have happened to me. It was not even in my wildest imagination that I would become what I have become. So trust your inner guidance. Disconnect from what you need to connect to what you are supposed to. Now then, the other thing that I'm going to suggest to you is to connect with spiritual people, spiritual knowledge, spiritual resources, teachers and guides. Because you are going to feel alone. You are going to feel like, that you are the only one going through this, that there's nobody in your actual physical vicinity who is going through this, and you are going to feel that you are mad, you are crazy, you are insane, and whatever you're going through, it just doesn't make sense. It will feel crazy. This is the time when you connect with spiritual knowledge, resources. Find out spiritual books that resonate with you, read them. It will bring you peace. It will bring you clarity and confirmation. Find out spiritual people who are going through these things. It will help you understand that you are not alone. And of all things, if possible, find out spiritual teachers and guides that you resonate with, because they are going to help you maneuver through these situations and challenges, because they have either gone through it or they are very much well connected with their divine guidance, their higher self, so that they can tell you what you need to do in your journey. It's going to help you so much. I personally connected with a lot of spiritual teachers, not directly, through Facebook, through YouTube, through their courses, and I can tell firsthand how much it helped me during my dark night of the soul. So many spiritual teachers, they came in my life, they helped me to endure the dark night of the soul and maneuver through it and come out of it. If they were not there, my life and my journey could have been so much harder. So please trust me on this. Connect with spiritual resources, knowledge, teachers and guides. Their very purpose here on earth is to help you. Allow them to help you, right? Your life is going to become so much more harmonious. This journey is going to become so much more harmonious when you connect with people who have gone through this, right? Now, the last thing that I want to share with you is the most important thing, is to connect with your intuition. Stay connected with your intuition, with your inner guidance. You see, the dark night of the soul will force you to connect with your inner guidance. It will force you to not listen to your mind, but listen to your heart, your inner guidance. Your inner guidance, your inner knowing, your intuition knows how to go through the dark night of the soul, how you must maneuver through the dark night of the soul. It will let you know. It will let you know what you need to do, when you need to do it, when you need to sleep, when you need to meditate, when you need to connect with somebody, when you need to disconnect with somebody. It will tell you everything. It will not make sense to the mind, but it will make sense to the heart. All you need to do is trust your intuition and allow it to guide you. That is your biggest teacher. Your higher self speaks through your inner guidance. If you just listen to it, your higher self will guide you harmoniously through your dark night of the soul. Yes, there will be suffering, there will be darkness, there will be moments of intense disharmony, but it will become so much more easier if you listen to your higher self's guidance, which will come to you through your inner guidance, intuition. Right? So I hope what I've shared with you about maneuvering the dark night of the soul has helped you. If it has resonated with you, please leave a comment. Let me know if it has been helpful, and what are some of the things that you're experiencing in your journey at the moment. Are you experiencing the craziness of the dark night of the soul? If you are, let me know what is going on. I'd love to read your comments. And what I want to share with you is I am currently offering one-on-one coaching sessions, spiritual coaching sessions. They are usually 1 hour long. These are private coaching sessions where I listen to your challenges that you are going through in your spiritual awakening journey, and I guide you so that you can come out of those challenges and move towards higher levels of inner harmony within. So if you want to have a one-on-one coaching session with me, all you gotta do is reach out to me privately through my email. I'll have my email address in the description of this video. Reach out to me through my email and let me know that you'd like to have a coaching session with me, right? I'm going to connect with you and I'm going to guide you how to have a coaching session with me, right? And I am also offering a fantastic program, a 6-week program, which I call the Wizard Initiation Program. This program is all about connecting with your higher self, developing connect with your divine guidance system, your inner guidance system. In the program, you're going to learn about what is the inner guidance system, how your higher self speaks to you through your inner guidance system, and how you can come in alignment with your highest timeline, which I refer to as your life purpose timeline. Because once you come in alignment with your life purpose timeline, you will start living in alignment with your soul purpose. You will start living authentically. You will be able to manifest your heart's desires effortlessly all the time while enjoying this moment. That's how we live as wizards and wizardesses in this 4th density reality that we are ascending to. If you'd like to know more about the program, again, reach out to me over my email. I'll share with you about the program and I'll give you access to it if you want to, right? So I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have not, do subscribe to my channel, do give this video a like and share it with your friends, and I'll see you again soon. Have fun.